Admittedly, I have not seen every movie ever made, but it would appear to me that Richard Linklater, more than any other filmmaker, seems obsessed with the idea of time. His Before trilogy follows the same couple over 18 years, and it's fascinating to have conversations with people about those films, because it really depends, I've found, on what stage of your life you find yourself in, to see which one resonates the most for you. The stage I find myself in right now, I'm gonna go with Water Temple. I'm just frustrated, and I think I'm just gonna reset and start all over again. Possible Oscar frontrunner Boyhood was also written and directed by Richard Linklater, and in that film we see this progression of a boy's life as he experiences a series of firsts and the mania of his parents. My friend Justin had not seen the film yet, so I invited him over to watch it. In this totally natural and low-key setting.
I always sit like this.
I always sit like this. Tell me about your Boyhood.
There's one Christmas where all the families were together and there's a recording, and it's my sister and my cousin, and they were 2 years older than me. And they just said, who wants to open up their presents first? And my cousin and my sister just like went, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I remember watching me as a little boy, and I just kind of sat there just kind of shy and like scared.
Yeah.
And like that image is kind of like my boyhood. It was almost like very shy, very insecure, always trying to find I think find who I was and trying to be comfortable with myself. And I think that's also my manhood.
This is me as a young kid at a time when I thought that vests were cool. I progressed through life in a series of embarrassing photographs. People's lives are not structured in this little neat 3-act structure, only occasionally as Freytag's pyramid. I'm hoping for a surrealist brain bleeder. I could talk for a long time about this movie, but the conversation I had with Justin veered into the other aspect of Boyhood, both the reality and the film, the role of the parent. You are a father.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if you're looking at childhood differently now.
Yeah.
That you have someone that you're raising.
Yes. Parenting really evolves, because my dad's dad wasn't that great. Mm-hmm. My dad was wonderful, but still carried a remnant of that tough father that he had. And so he made an effort to be a better dad, and I feel like I'm trying my best to be a better. So it's kind of, I kind of feel like parenting evolves if you really want it to.
Yeah. My sister has her son, my nephew, so I'm kind of experiencing him growing up now.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because I see him growing up and like he's going to be in such a vastly different world than what I even understand.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, like technology, like media that was available, that sort of thing, all that is so different. Yeah. And it's going to be like me trying to understand, what do you mean you didn't have television, Grandma? Like that's kind of what it's going to be. It's like, what do you mean you didn't have internet when you grew up? Yeah. I'm just going to have to start it over again. It only has 9 minutes of tape. I still call it tape.
Oh.
And then you have to start it over again.
Oh.
Digital cameras, wave of the future. Near the end of the film, there's this scene with the main character and his mother breaks down and just says, I thought there'd be more. And every time I watch it, it just breaks my heart for two different reasons. Number one, there is that part of me that just is afraid that that is going to be me at that age, where I'm going to have this slew of regrets that I can never, ever change. The other one being that this really reinforces the idea that you need to work on yourself first. Being in a relationship, having children, praising Cthulhu is just not going to fill that void.
Because there's things that I noticed in both my parents, and I should disclaim they were great parents, but you know, nobody's perfect.
Right.
Where you say, I'm not going to be that way, and you're not. And then you just notice the moments where it's just in your bones, and it just comes out.
Well, you know what's interesting? When I was growing up, I thought for sure, like, I am such my mother's son. Like, I'm taking off my mom so much.
Yeah.
And as I get older, I'm like, no, like, I'm so much my dad. Like, and that's so weird to me because not so much in interest, because he doesn't really like technology. He's not, like, he's getting into reading now in his older age, now that he's retired, but he doesn't read at all when I was growing up. Larry does not care about most movies that I go and watch. But at the same time, like his personality, the fact that he also deals with like panic attacks and depression and stuff like that I do, it's like, oh my gosh, like you just gave this all to me.
I just remember this time when I was by myself and I just realized I saw my dad not as a dad, but as a person that was hurt.
Right.
And it changed everything. And it was like, I loved my dad because I saw him more as a hero, that he is actually much better than and some people might have been. I hope people can kind of come to terms with that, where our we develop the imperfections of our parents, but like accept it. Like our parents, I think most of them did the best they could, and so are we.
Yeah, just trying to figure this out as we go along.
Yeah, yeah.
You can only read so much of Dr. Spock, and it's just like, I don't know what I'm doing.
You've completely lost me on that reference.
He wrote parenting books in like the 70s, I think.
Oh, I thought you were talking Star Trek.
No,
That's how
I was
lost
not.
I was. I was like, oh, a Star Trek reference, cool.
Great, Kyle. Thanks, you nerd.
Thanks for nerding it up.
I love this film. There are some definite criticisms you can level at it. Some of the acting choices, some loose plot threads that really never get resolved all that well. But even saying that, it was my favorite film from last year. Go and watch it. Oh, and give whoever you consider to be your parents a hug. They just might deserve it. I would love to know what your thoughts on Boyhood, Parenthood, or anything else that's on your mind down in the comments below. My name is Kyle. Right? Yeah, yes, my name is Kyle. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you all again, hopefully, next week. Long live Dr. Spock.